Paul, welcome back to the Propagandist channel as we continue on reacting to the RWBY Volume OSTs. So we've done 1 to 3 so far. That means we are now up to 4, the series of RWBY that we just did our retrospective non-blind Let's Watch of. So, you know, I was about to say good to see that this one's coming not long on the back of that Let's Watch, but having said that, you know, it'll be 4 weeks on since, you know, Chapter 12 of Volume 4 when this goes out on the channel. Now, it's actually quite warm here in the UK at the moment, and it's forecast to be a particularly hot day today. And you can probably already tell I am quite warm where I'm sat in my study at the moment. I was hoping to actually have my fan in the background over there on, but when I was doing an audio test earlier, basically what I found was that if I have that switched on, there's an annoying background noise as a result because you can hear it, sort of, you know, blowing across the room and all that, which I kind of don't want in the video, so I'm basically just going to have to suffer through the heat, in essence. It's about 11:30 in the morning, so it's not quite midday just yet, but I have a feeling that, you know, with this OST, it won't be long before it is midday, because there's about 12 tracks of the Volume 4 OST for us to go through, and some of them are about 4 or 5 minutes long each, so yeah, this is going to be another long episode, ladies and gentlemen. And that means that by the time I do finish it, it will be past midday, and the sun will be at its height, it'll be beating down on the window of my study, and I will be roasting alive. So, at least I've got a cold drink here though. I haven't gone for a cup of tea this time, because otherwise I would be sweating up storm. Got myself a sparkling cloudy lemonade, bit of ice in it, first proper drink of the summer and all that, so cheers ladies and gentlemen. Delicious. Basically, I put a bit of cloudy, sparkling Sicilian lemonade in it, and then just top it up with cold water. Stick a bit of ice in there, and that hopefully will keep me cool. I'll probably be drinking quite a bit of that today. So, there's really not much else that I want to say by way of a preamble or intro here, so let's just get to the video. Also, if I sound like I'm a bit breathless, it's because I had a bit of a restless night last night. I was coughing and spluttering a bit. Hopefully I'm not coming down with a cold or something, I don't know. These things happen sometimes when the weather changes and all that, but right, let's get to the reaction itself. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. So 12 tracks, like I said. First, obviously, is the volume theme itself, Let's Just Live, which is almost 5 minutes long. So quite a few of these tracks, like I say, are quite substantial. So this might be a very, very big episode overall. We'll see. Okay, Let's Just Live. 3, 2, 1, go. It's good to listen to this one properly now. So obviously that would have been where the actual volume opening would have ended.
story takes an unexpected turn, a friend is suddenly gone. We can cry our lives away, but if they were here they'd say,
it's an interesting section,
forward,
but it's actually quieter and more subdued. I kind of wish most of the song actually was this and not the electric guitars, because the electric guitar portions I actually don't find, I don't know, I've said before how this is not one of my favourite volume themes. It's good, don't get me wrong, it's fine, it's just not one of my favourites. Just going to pause there for a moment at the end there, because yeah, I've said before how the Volume 4 theme isn't one of my favourites from RWBY. I don't know, I think it's the bit that's used in the actual opening for me is just, it's a fine song, but compared to things like This Will Be the Day or Time to Say Goodbye, like the Volume 3 theme, it just never really grabbed me. But having said that, the bit of this song from about, hold on, from about sort of 2 minutes 30 up to the end of the song, where it sort of slows down, it becomes a bit more subdued, and you can hear the vocals better. I actually really like that bit, that snippet. So sort of like the second half, or roughly there or thereabouts of the song. I feel like they probably should have actually made an opening theme out of that bit. Because, like, don't get me wrong, the Volume 4 theme is a great song for Volume 4, and for that idea of hope, but also recognising the aftermath of what happened in Volume 3. But I feel like that second half of it, I think I like more than the first half, to put it that way. Alright, well that's enough of Let's Just Live. Next one is Like Morning Follows Night, featuring Casey Lee Williams and Lamar Hall. Another very long one at nearly 5 minutes. Here we go.
To live in shadows, always regretting what you've done.
Just about Blake.
Spending time counting every little mistake, knowing it's always easier to run.
You don't have to spend your life looking backward. Been through this over and over again. You can't just wish it away. The past is the past, it'll never change. That was before, this is now. And when we have a chance to make it better if we try.
About Blake. Yeah. This was during the Sea Dragon fight. Good track. I think the chorus is my favourite bit of this song. The verses themselves, I can take them or leave them, but the chorus is great.
How it feels being me, all the struggles, all the fights, long days, longer nights, trying to search for this happiness, lost in the light, but it seems that it's all just out of my sight, just out of my reach, can't seem to get right, like I'm cursed with the turbulence placed in my life, can't push a pull, stuck up in this pulpit cycle of pain, all the stress in my brain, I'm just trying to maintain, keep from going insane, but no matter what I do, the cries go unheard, yet I still believe in you, every breath, every word, every smile, every glance, could be another chance that you finally see the love that is me, so until that time, I'll follow every day, every step of the way, and continue to say,
Fine. Prefer the chorus bits of it though. Right, next is Bad Luck Charm. It's a shorter one at 3:37. Crow? Is that who this is to do with? Is this where he merged in the fight against Tyrion? Sounds like it, doesn't it? Definitely about Crow. Yeah. I know I'm not saying much. I'm just listening to the lyrics as best as I can. Okay. Next one is This Life Is Mine. Another 5 minutes. This is actually over 5 minutes. 5:14. There's a lot of long ones on this one. There's one. The next one actually is nearly over 5.5 minutes. I do think maybe one or two tracks here could be a bit shorter. I mean, that might just be me though. Oh. Hello, hello, Weiss. As soon as you hear Mirror, you know it's a song probably about Weiss. So is this the concert song? The one she sang? I assume so.
There's a part of me that's desperate for changes, tired of being treated like a pawn. But there's a part of me that stares back from inside the mirror, part of me that's scared I might be wrong, that I can't be strong.
Yeah. This is the section from the concert now, isn't it? It's Weiss breaking away from her father. Criticism of Jacques right there. The royal test. There was a white trailer reference right there. Wow, this suddenly changed up. Changed up a gear. I like the ending. Pretty good. That was a good one. Right, Home. Next one is called Home. This is the longest one at 5:33. Oh. This is possibly going to be a more emotional one. This is Ruby penning her letter. I mean, there's probably a reason why some of these tracks are quite long, because they were probably made to have to go over quite a long scene.
Hush your cries, close your eyes, stay with me. Let's just dream quietly of what might be. Calm your fear, I'll be near to you. I'll cling. Rest, my friend. Time can mend many things.
Unless you're Ruby, you don't get time to mend, and it all blows out in Volume 9.
know the answers. Tomorrow's still unknown, but I can make this promise: you won't be alone. I don't know where we should go, just feeling farther from our goal. I don't know what path we will be shown, but I know that when I'm with you, I'm at home.
This is a nice one.
Yes,
I like
know
this.
that when I'm with you, I'm at home.
I think I like it because it's not just thundering electric guitars, like quite a lot of tracks are, and that makes it quite different and stand out. Also just because it's a good tune. Nice lyrics. Not saying thundering electric guitars is necessarily a bad thing. Just saying that sometimes that makes it hard to hear what's being sung.
Quiet place in my embrace, a haven of safety where I'll dry your tears, shelter here in my care. But even when we stumble, and someday when we fall, what I will remember that I had you through it all. I don't know where we should go, just feeling farther from our goal. I don't know what path we will be shown, but I know that when I'm with
It's also a window into Ruby's mind, not knowing where
yes, I know
they're going,
that when I'm with
what the future will
you, I'm
hold.
at home.
beautiful. Chef's Kiss. That might be my favourite so far from this volume OST. Right, armed and ready. 5 minutes 15. As soon as archive.org decides to actually play the damn tune, come on now. There we go. Sometime today. There we go. That took a second to actually decide what it was doing then. I'm running out of lemonade as well. Might have to go and get myself another glass.
It happens every night. I watch my world ignite. But there's no waking from this nightmare. The stage is always set, the place I can't forget. The hidden eyes that I can feel there.
Where was this track?
My eyes are open wide. I'm racing to her side. There's nothing that I won't do for her. But this is not a dream. My mind repeats the scene. I can't forget it and it's torture. That was before, but not anymore. I've left it behind. As much as I lost, once I'm across, I'm fine. I found the strength to grow so much more. A whisper to a roar. No more crying. It's time for me to soar. Feel like I'm finally unbroken. Feel like
I remember this one.
my strike back and come, but it's growing out of my way 'cause I'm
Where was this? In the volume? Or is this another one that was in an ending credit sequence somewhere?
remember all too well my time of living hell. The night my enemy would conquer. But now I've been set free. Lived through the tragedy. You wish you'd killed me, now I'm stronger. I am the golden one who burns just like the sun. Next time we meet is your disaster. I'll bring the punishment. Your song will be lament. Revenge my happy ever after. My misery, my agony have taught me to find. The pain I went through left me with a newborn pride. I live my life like every day's the last. No living in the past. Best days ever. I'm never looking back. Feel like I'm finally unbroken. Feel like I'm back from the dead. My strike back and come, but it's growing out of my way 'cause I'm Call me sweetheart and I'll tear you apart. Just call me son. Try to resist once you meet my defense. Just look at the fire in my eyes and bring my strawberry sunrise. It was you.
Strawberry Sunrise. It's the okay. It's about Yang. I mean, we can gather that from the title. Armed and ready.
Feel like I'm
Yes, it's alright, that song. Bit of a screamy one. Okay, Lucis Naturae, 4 minutes 24. So, they're starting to shorten a bit now. I know that feels very dismissive, me saying the previous song feels a bit screamy. But I guess it's because it's so loud. The singers really have to make their voices heard over the music. Salem, Cinder. Yep. Good track for a villain. It's about Salem. That's how it feels like. Wonder what Lucis Naturae. Sounds Latin. Wonder what that translates as. Maybe at the end we'll check. Revolution fails, science will prevail. I just Google translated name of the song. It's Latin. The Game of Nature. Lucis Naturae. That's I think what they just said. The Game of Nature, that's what it translates as. Interesting, right. B&B, oh, Bumblebee. Okay.
If you meet me there, no one will know. In the springtime, in the sun, we can be alone without anyone. All the butterflies and the birds keep a secret, no, they won't say a word.
Feels a bit more upbeat, doesn't it?
And they know like a pretty beat. You are oh so sweet. Every day is sunny. It tastes like honey. Feel so alive. Take me back to the hive.
They must have used part of this for an ending credit somewhere. Knowing me, I probably missed it. Because of course, when I was doing the Let's Watch, I kept selecting the chapters from the wrong menu. Okay, next one, Boop acoustic version.
Never knew a time when you weren't by my side. The one thing I could always count on. Always there for me. You've been my family. Even when all other hope was gone. But for a while things have seemed so different. Like it's the same but so brand.
I mean, we've heard obviously these lyrics before, haven't we? In the original version of Boop. Quite often these soundtracks, they do tend to include a load of remix versions of previous songs. Because the next two are also remixes.
Just bide my time, and when I wanna say I love you, I say every chatelaine wants to share her reign, so come and join me in my castle. We'll crush our enemies, bring them to their knees. I know I have a tendency to babble.
Those lyrics are a bit dark for what is actually quite a cheerful song. Crush your enemies.
I could just say it, I love you, proclaim, but I'd have to kill myself if you're feeling just the same.
Yeah, Casey. Fast singing. It's a good version of the song, this one. I like it.
I'll just bide my time, and when I wanna say I love you, I'll say boo. When I wanna say I love you, I'll say
There you go. Next one, Sacrifice, Harry Lowe's remix, 4 minutes 19. Again, Internet Archive, if you could hurry up and actually buffer the the track, please. That'd be very much appreciated. Yeah, this was an ending credits theme somewhere, wasn't it? Originally. Casey Lee Williams just phased into the back rooms then. And again. Sorry, it just makes me think of memes where it's someone shrieking and then it like cuts out with an echo. You know the kind of memes I'm talking about? Like the cat one on the Ring doorbell.
What if all the plans you made were not worth the price they paid? Even
I mean, we've talked about this song before
you stole
when it was on one of the previous volume OSTs,
to
so not really much else for me to say
go.
that I haven't already said.
Born an angel, heaven sent, falls from grace are never ends. Stars will drop out of the sky, and will sadly
Again, Casey phasing into the back rooms. Okay, interesting version. Okay, I May Fall, also Harry Lowe's remix. Just over 4 minutes.
There's a day when our hearts will be broken, when a shadow casts out the light, and our eyes cry a million tears, hell won't arise.
There's a day when our courage collapses and our friends turn and leave us behind.
Creatures of darkness will triumph, the sun will rise. When we lift our hope, it's a come to be, and the skies red blood, and you drive me. I may fall, but not like this. It won't be by your hand. Let this place stand tonight. I may fall, bring it all. It's not enough to take me down. There's a place where we'll stand outnumbered, where the wolves and the souls will rise. In the time of our final moment, every dream dies.
There's a place where our shields will lay shattered and the fear
Jeez.
in our hearts.
Strength in the sky to brought us to fall. When we lift our heads, everything goes right. When the moon is
She's zipping from one ear to the other. I hear water as well. The hell was that? Okay, so you scream from the back rooms again in this one. This is an interesting version of this track. I think I prefer the original. I may thought, okay, final one, RWBY versus the Berengal, 4 minutes 31. So, a substantial one to end things off. Was this during the Knuckle of E fight then? Just checking then that my face cam is still recording fine. Ooh, got a slow build up here, have we? Well, not slow build up, you know what I mean. Sort of slow burner, probably is a better word. Yeah, after this one it's basically chapter soundtracks, which of course I'm not doing. We're concentrating on the main ones. Here we go. It's charging up. No, this wasn't Knuckleby. This was the trailer, wasn't it? I was trying to think, what's a Berengal? Berengal is the big sort of primate grim, isn't it? That she fought in the trailer, that RWBY fought in the trailer for the volume. I just had a sudden image of RWBY bursting out of a clock tower. And that made me think, oh, the trailer, not the Knuckle of E. Unless it was also used there, but I don't recall if it was. We in Mistral, or are we in Mexico? Okay, this is a good track. I like this one. Building up to a nice finale. Yeah, this definitely was the Volume 4 trailer. Because this is the bit, isn't it, where Ruby bursts out the clock tower and takes down the Grim. Yeah, I forget. So the big ape Grim, Berengel, that's what they're called, is it? There you have it. The Volume 4 OST, ladies. Oh shit, quick. Stop that before it rolls over onto one of the chapter soundtracks. Okay, that's all 12 of them. I definitely need to take a moment though, just to go and get another cold drink because I'm getting very warm again. God, yeah, that is probably almost an hour going through that one because quite a few of those tracks, quite substantial. So let's take a jump cut here and have some thoughts in a moment. Well, that was a big one, wasn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, I think once I add on this intro and the post-reaction discussion, this is definitely going to be way over an hour, this one. So that's fine, though. I'm sure people will appreciate that. And again, I apologise if it feels like there are times where I'm not really reacting. You know, I don't seem very expressive or anything like that. It's just that, you know, this is a bit different to reacting to actual episodes of the show because obviously there you've got visuals as well, so I'm always like, ooh, what's going on in this shot and that kind of thing. Whereas this one I'm just sort of listening, so I'm obviously concentrating a lot. But that's I think how it's going to go because you know I'm not going to do over the top reactions or anything like that. No, but that was interesting actually listening to, comparing to previous volume OSTs that we've just reacted to recently, because sort of comparing that to, say for example, the Volume 1 and 2 OSTs, I'd say there are maybe fewer, how should I say this? I think with Volume 1 and 2, for example, there were definite tracks there where I was like, ooh, I really like that one. That's a real favourite. And don't get me wrong, there were ones in this that I did enjoy. Home, for example, I think was probably my standout from this particular volume OST. But I'd say compared to the previous volumes, it feels like for me Volume 4 has fewer outright bangers, to put it that way, ones that really sort of grip me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they're bad. On the contrary, I did enjoy them. I just think compared to other volume OSTs we've already reacted to, this one felt like it had fewer tracks that for me really sort of stood out as much as the previous ones. I mean, this is very subjective, in all honesty. I'm sure there are lots of people out there who really, really enjoy the Volume 4 soundtrack. And I did enjoy it overall. I just think I prefer some of the tracks from the other volumes. For example, you know, This Will Be the Day, Time to Say Goodbye. I mean, Let's Just Live, you know, I've already mentioned that one. That for me, that is a song of two halves. There's the first half up until about 2 minutes 30, which for me is fine. It's okay. It's serviceable. I don't dislike it by any means, but I don't find it particularly stand out either. But then it's odd because from 2 minutes 30 in that song, it actually then got kind of interesting. I like the instrumentation, the lyrics, just the pace of it, and I thought they could have actually made that really the core of the song, to put it that way. They could have actually, I don't know, made the rest of the song sound more like that, if that makes sense, and to me that would have stood out much more. Similarly then with the second one in the soundtrack, Like Morning Follows Night, the verses themselves for me were okay, I enjoyed them enough, but they weren't particularly standout. But it was the chorus of that song that I really enjoyed more than anything else within that one. So it's interesting because it's kind of like these songs, they have snippets which I really do enjoy, but then there's other bits of the songs that of the same song that I'm less keen on, to put it that way. But like I say, this is all very subjective, you know, more than anything I think this is probably a reflection of my own personal tastes in music. And to be honest, you know, my personal tastes in music are all over the place, personally. It's funny because, you know, I wouldn't say I have particular favourite sort of genres of music. I'd say I have favourite songs, definitely. Because, for example, if you take like the classical music genre, there's plenty of tracks. There's plenty of classical music pieces that I really, really enjoy by certain composers. But there's also lots of other classical music that, you know, I could sort of just say take it or leave it. And it's the same really with other genres of music for me. So, yeah. No, I thought the same kind of thing was sort of reflected there with the Volume 4 OST in terms of there's definitely songs or bits of songs within that I could sort of say I'll take them or leave them, but there's other bits that I really enjoyed, and it's strange that how I can have that variation within an individual track, for example, like Morning Follows Night, or in case of Let's Just Live and all that. And it's funny though, because I say that, about Let's Just Live, but as I said earlier, Let's Just Live is a prime... It's a fine volume theme for Volume 4, because I think it does capture the essence of what Volume 4 is like quite well, because in essence it's a slightly more sedately paced, at times, adventure, rather than sort of, the heart-pounding tension that you had at the end of Volume 3. And of course it's about the characters, for the most part, trying to come to terms with what happened in Volume 3 and then figuring out how they move on from it. So in that respect, Let's Just Live is a perfectly fine track, and it kind of captures that vibe. I just personally, feel like the first half of it, like I say, I could take it or leave it. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, as I've said before, with volume themes, it's hard to top This Will Be the Day or Time to Say Goodbye in volumes 1 and 2. Maybe once we get to volume 6 though, because I actually really want to listen to the volume 6 theme again, because, I've been doing my preparatory notes, or rather I've made a start on my preparatory notes for when I eventually do a volume ranking video, and, I've already, basically the process I'm going through with that at the moment is, I've started writing out a document in Microsoft Word about, at this stage, if I say I was creating a tier list of these volumes, where would I rank them, like S rank, A rank, B rank, whatever. What I like to sometimes do is I'll put sort of an initial sort of ranking or grade next to the volume overall that I feel like it is at this stage. But as I prepare, what I'll then do is I'll start actually writing notes for each volume in terms of, okay, what did I think was good, and what did I think was less good, or what did I think was bad, potentially, about that volume. And then I'll revisit the grade at the end of it in my notes and think, okay, do I think that grade that I initially had a vibe for, has my impression now changed? And, not to spoil anything for when I eventually release produce and release that volume ranking video, but volume 6 potentially is going to be an interesting one, because when I look back on volume 6, there was a lot in volume 6 that I absolutely loved and thought was really good, and so I'm curious to hear the opening theme of that one again, to see if maybe is that one that potentially, even if it's not quite as high as the volumes for volumes 1 and the opening themes for volumes 1 and 2, does it still come close to them? We'll see once we get to the Volume 6 OST reaction, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, there's that. Other songs, though, like I say, I did enjoy Home. I thought that was a standout one from this one. Mainly, like I say, because it's not just thumping electric guitars constantly. And I think that makes it stand out. I think the acoustic version of Boop was also... Yeah, I enjoyed that one as well. Thought that was good. Again, because it was quite different to a lot of the other ones. The remixes. What was his name? Let me just look at the page again. The Harry Loads remixes of Sacrifice and I May Fall. They're alright, yeah. I mean, they're not bad. They're okay, overall. I personally prefer the originals of those two songs. Just saying. I think... in these reactions so far, I've always been a bit lukewarm towards the remix versions of some of the songs, particularly when they do sort of very electronic techno dance remixes of them. Acoustic remixes, though, they tend to be decent. I tend to enjoy those ones, so yeah. But no, I think those are my standout thoughts rather, coming out of this reaction of this volume to this volume's OST. I've been holding up my fresh lemonade here, constantly down here, about to take a sip, but then suddenly having a thought and not actually drinking from it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think those are my thoughts really coming out of that one, so I'm not going to go overboard. I think that'll probably do for a post-reaction discussion, otherwise this episode is going to end up being substantially over an hour and all that, and I don't have all the time in the world today for just, talking endlessly about the Volume 4 OST and all that. So we'll wrap up here then. In that case, hope you'll join me for the Volume 5 OST reaction next Sunday. That's going to be an interesting one, because I'll be honest with you, the Volume 5 OST, I feel like I barely remember any of it, because it's been so long since I watched Volume 5. This is one of the reasons why I'm thinking that before I do the volume ranking video, it would be helpful for me to watch volumes 5 through 9 again, and that is part of the reason why I have floated the idea of doing them as a Let's Watch on the channel once again. But yeah, because I need to rewatch them. And like I say, Volume 5, even the opening theme of Volume 5, I genuinely cannot remember what it was. It's funny because the Volume 6 OST, its opening theme, I can vaguely recall. At least I can recall bits of it. And I can vaguely recall the vibe of I did enjoy it. The Volume 8 OST, I can remember bits of that. Volume 9 I can still remember fairly well. Volume 7 is another one that I feel like I don't remember what the opening theme of Volume 7 was. So that'll be interesting to get to those ones. But yeah, Volume 5 OST reaction next time, before I start rambling. Okay, so in that case, for those of you not aware, Propagandist is of course my second channel. My main channel is John Philip Sousa, where I do a lot of gaming content. So there's a link to that in the video description in case you're interested. I'm sure there might be something over there that does interest you. Who knows, if you're into gaming and all that. Okay, so thank you once again for joining me, and join me next time for Volume 5, the OST reaction. Goodbye, everybody.